Welcome back to the Market Mindset Podcast. My name is Matt Laird, and thank you for joining us today. Really happy to have Syed Mohsin. He is out of Sterling Heights, Michigan. He's a team leader broker with eXp Realty. And what he's going to do today is, amongst other things, share with us the role social media plays in his real estate business, and specifically how he uses funnels for those of us who aren't aware of funnels, how he uses funnels to find his clients. He's inspiring, he's motivating like a lot of us. He started out in one career and transitioned into real estate. He was an engineering major and realized that just what the unlimited income opportunities are within real estate. And he's done very, very well for himself and his family. So really excited to hear from Syed Mohsin today.
Quick. Hey, it's a real honor to have Syed Mohsin
Thank you.
here. He's an eXp broker, team leader in Detroit, Michigan. It's Monday. I really appreciate you taking the time to come on the podcast with us and share a little bit about your real estate career, what's going on in Michigan, and how you're building your business. Let's get going. How'd you get started?
I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be here. How did I get started? It's a complicated story, but I immigrated here with my family back in '06, right before the financial crisis. And I went to high school, straight into high school in my senior year because I had my credit transferred. And it was a difficult experience for me coming into America. We were expecting America to be what Disney movies look like, but that's not what we found because we moved into Detroit. It was a complete different picture than what we were sold to. But anyway, I graduated high school '07, got into engineering school here in Wayne State University. About 2.5, 3 years in, I don't see myself being an engineer. I was good in education, right? I was good in math, physics, and all of that, but I was also good at like numbers, right? So I did the numbers, working full time as a server, paying for school and taking full time classes. They didn't see, big threes filing bankruptcy, me watching laid off engineers come to teach us in school. So to me, it was like, hey, there is no future in this. So I started an online business while I was in school, just flipping electronics, buying from Craigslist, selling it on eBay. That went very well. We started figuring out other things. I did that for about 4 years before I started making a lot of money where I was like, you know what, how can I flip my money faster? And one of the books that I read that caused me to drop out of school, and really look at it from a different perspective than what my parents were telling me, right? Like get a degree, go to school, get a degree, and land a six-figure job, right? That was the future that my
Right.
parents wanted for me. And the book was Rich Dad Poor Dad, right?
Okay.
And I when I
Guy
read that book,
Kawasaki.
yeah, Robert Kiyosaki. Yep. Rich
Okay.
Dad Poor Dad. And when I read the book, I was like, wow, I'm working so hard to be in quadrant one, right? Where he's
Right.
talking about moving up in life means moving quadrant to quadrant. So anyway, like real estate was one of the things that stood out from me from the book. And I always knew that, okay, if I'm gonna build wealth, generational wealth, get myself, stuck in the, unstuck from the system, it would be real estate. So once I made some money, I started investing in real estate, buying foreclosure properties, flipping them without fixing them, without doing rehab, because I didn't want to get my hands dirty and I didn't want to get into like complications, right? It was to me, it's all about flipping equity, right? Like flipping. Okay, I have $100,000 I want to turn into 250, right?
Right.
So first 2 years I flipped 6 houses and
First, how
eventually
many
realized
years?
first 2 years of investing in real
Whoa.
estate. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of times it was simple deals that I got a good opportunity, foreclosure auction, got a good deal, I bought it, and there was a lot of demand for that property and was able to flip it. I was fortunate enough. It didn't always go that way. After those 6 houses, when I realized that, okay, my real estate agent's taking, 2, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 from every flip I'm making. I'm like, okay, how can I save that money? And I looked into his 40-hour class. It's very easy to get licensed. I got licensed with first try. And that's pretty much how I started in real estate. It's not your traditional way, but this is how most real estate agents get started, right, in this business. They don't, no
Yeah,
one wakes up in the morning or is born with the dream that they want to become a real estate agent.
right. Okay, two questions. Engineering major. You were
Yeah.
an engineer, so you're great with numbers. I mean, you've
Yeah.
got that scientific math mind. Awesome. When you started flipping, what years, what time frame was that?
So my first flip was 2012. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, 2011, end of 2011, beginning of 2012. Yep.
Did you make money on that first deal?
Oh yeah, I bought it for 12,500, sold it for 25,000 within an hour. So I won the auction. I go to the house to see the house because you can't at the time you
Right.
couldn't see property. A lot of the properties that was being auctioned, right? When I'm at the property, I'm just looking from the outside. It's a vacant property. Someone pulls up and they say that they were also, trying to buy this property on the auction, but they lost. And they asked, like, what are you planning to do? Would you sell it? And I said, yeah, of course. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll definitely sell it. It's not something that I'm going to live in. And they're like, okay, well, I'll pay you 25 if you're willing to just get rid of it now. Right. And I did.
Yeah.
That
That
same property
engineering, that
right now is
engineering
valued at
mind.
$180,000. So
Say that again. Repeat that.
that same property right now valued at $180,000.
Oh my gosh. And that was 12 years ago?
That was 12 years ago. Yeah, about 12 years ago.
Wow. And again, you immigrated here 2007?
2006, 7. Yeah, November of
2006.
2006. Yep.
So I don't want to hear any excuses out there from anyone. Okay.
Yeah.
You're here 6 years, you flip your first house. 7 years, you flip your first house. 2012, you get your license.
2012. Yeah, I got, yeah.
Okay. And who was your first brokerage firm that you joined?
Keller, no, actually, I got licensed in 2014. I started investing in real estate 2012.
Okay.
2014 is when I got licensed with Keller Williams. Yep.
Okay. And then you transitioned eventually over to eXp.
That, yeah, about 2.5 years ago.
Okay. Congratulations on that. You're a team
Yeah.
leader and a broker now.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to go into some real basic questions. I know that
Yeah.
the NAR issue is a big. What percentage of your business right now is listings versus buyer representation?
So about 4 years ago, I transitioned out of being an agent that deals with buying and selling. So 2020 was the last year as an independent agent. I sold 90 houses. I
Whoa.
didn't have a life. I was working 20 hours a day, and it wasn't because, I was, not doing good in business. It was because I was doing too well, more than what I expected that I would ever be able to achieve, but I wanted my life back. I hated, the way my life turned out to be trying to build this business. So I decided to start a team. I hired coaches, studied for like about 3 months, and by April of 2021, I was out of production. 2021, my first year as a team, we sold 118 homes. And I knew that that was it. Like I will never go back, no matter what happens, to buying and selling real estate. Right now, we majority of the time that I've been in business was buyer focused because I started in the market. It was a buyer's market. It was easier to get buyers. It was easier to do deals when you have buyers than it was people that I knew that had listings were sitting on 50, 60 listings and not selling, right? So
Oh,
I
wow.
made it a point to go after buyers, right? But then over time, I became known as the buyer's agent. That was majority of my business. But still, like when I was in production the last 3 years, at all times I had over 30 listings. That's because I have had built a business, right? As an individual agent, I did over 1,000 transactions here in Michigan area. So I guess to answer your question right now, my main focus is training and coaching agents. My local team here, my national organization, I have agents under me nationally in different states. And my academy, inside of the academy, we have over 120 agents that we train and coach and consult teams. So that's where a lot of my time goes into, is to focusing on helping others build their business the way I have.
And guess what? You have the track record to prove it.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, there's a lot of big coaching companies out there. Dad and son have their own coaching companies, and they haven't been in the business. And I worked for the dad for a while. I don't want to mention names; they're very
Yeah.
litigious.
Yeah.
Worked for the dad for a while. Great guy. But for me, I want to see someone that's in the business. I want to see a track record. I want to see someone that's been in the game, that's been in the
Yeah.
trenches, and
Yeah.
obviously you have. And now you get a lot of feedback. Imagine from the agents that work from you. So you're still right on top of it. You have a really strong social media presence too. And one thing
We try.
that attracted me to reach out to you is that you're so giving. Okay. You share so much information, which I just absolutely love. And you inspire so many other. I don't want to hear any excuses from anyone. I mean, again, 2006, 2007 to look to where you are now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we
congratulations on
came to
that.
this country with $7,000 to our name as a whole family. We spent $6,500 on a van. We rented a house, a two-bedroom house with 6 family members. I guess like the contributor to where I am, or I guess like when people do make excuses, is because they have something to be comfortable with, right? And we didn't, right? So
Right.
if you end up making excuses, you find yourself making excuses because there are things that you're settling for in life, right?
Right.
That is allowing you to be stuck, right?
Yep.
When you don't have that thing that is allowing you to be stuck, right? You don't make excuses. You just go out there and try to get yourself out of the situation you're in because you're so uncomfortable being there.
Yeah. No, I agree. And again, I'll just Mike Ferry gave me the best quote ever. He said, "We fail because we all have this safety net underneath us that we can fall into."
Yeah.
Like you said, your 6 family members came here, $7,000, bought a $6,500 van.
Yeah.
Okay, and $500, and education was very important to you. You had that
Yeah.
math mind, and
Yeah.
you go, "Wow, you know what? I made some money here with my online business. How do I leverage that up?" Flipped your first house. I mean, amazing. How that must have felt great.
Oh yeah, I thought I was rich. I was like, there's no way, my family will ever be poor again.
Right, right. Did you sort of become addicted to the deal? Like, wow, next one, next one.
Yeah, well, real estate is huge, right? And a lot of us we get distracted by, what if I just stuck on like, okay, let's just keep finding deals and keep flipping, right? Instead, I got distracted by other things and everything happens for good, right? Meaning, I don't regret not flipping as many properties. I still flip from 2014 until 2022 to 3 deals a year, right?
Okay.
While I was involved in sales. I wanted to go into sales is because I got married in 2015, and even though I got licensed in 14, I didn't really do sales until like the end of 15. Was because I didn't see myself as a salesperson, right? And then that was my like limiting belief, like, oh, I'm not gonna be a salesperson. I'm not gonna go represent a buyer or seller. And then my father-in-law, he's like, you gotta have a real job. This is not what you're doing. It's not really a business either, right? Like it's not you're not a business person, nor you have something more solid. So he didn't really tell me like you have to do this, but I'm like, you know what? He has a fair point, right?
All right.
Like I need to have something that my family would be secured on, right? So that's what kind of got me into real estate sales. And initially getting into real estate sales, making your first sale for a lot of agents, they find it hard, right? And it wasn't different for me, right? Like the first year, it sucked, right? Until I
Yeah.
hired Tom Ferry Organization. And that year I did 35 deals, right? 2016, I did 35 deals, following year 55, following year 67, following year. So I kept on going up. And it was because I wanted to do things differently. I didn't want to do cold calling, door knocking, hosting open houses. I have hosted one open house in the whole time I've been in real estate. Never cold. I wouldn't say I never cold call. I tried cold calling. I wouldn't say I cold call, but that little bit of taste of it, like I'm never doing that again. I was very introverted when I started. I
Okay.
the amount of words that I have said, I probably wouldn't say that in a year when I started, right? So in this interview, right?
Yeah.
So getting rejected by strangers was not my thing. That was not something that I get excited by, and most people don't, right? They
No,
still
of
do it
course
because
not.
they're just hungry, right? They want to be successful. So I took my business and built a business based on digital presence, right? Initially, we started with paid ads. up until like about 3.5 years ago, we didn't do organic. So all the stuff that you see me do, we've been only doing that for a very short period of time. And it's a lot easier organic from what I understand now, based on how we are building our academy, 100% organic, no paid traffic. And you see me doing a lot, right? Like creating engagement on social media. You've been posting, you've been commenting on those.
Yeah.
We just ask questions relevant to the audience, and people engage, and we just retarget them with other marketing and offering value. We offer a ton of free training to build our academy. Now is that majority of it comes from just giving away our best secrets for free, and people opt in, they get
Yep.
into our funnels, and eventually get on a call with us to consult with us.
Yeah. So a side note here, you were very critical of my funnel. It needs work. I completely understand. I go, I like this guy. I think you did something. Basically, your funnel sucks.
Something
I'm like,
I think it was like, who are the best sales funnel people in real estate space or something.
yeah.
And you came back and you said you work with someone. That's it, right? You work with
No, I was
someone.
doing it on my own because I don't have that engineering mind, but I like to see how things work. And
Yeah.
so now I'm going to get out there. Yeah. A lot of people explain what a funnel is real quick.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of people don't understand funnel, right? So
Yeah.
funnel and website, right? Let's do funnel versus website, because most people do understand website. A destination where you send people to, where you talk to them about the services you offer, the features and benefits of your service, and then different options. Meaning for real estate agents, you will have browse your home, and what's your home value, and join us if you want, if you are recruiting agents, right? So that's website, right?
Yeah.
Versus a funnel has marketing persuasion embedded into that website. I don't want to call it website, but for the sake of people understanding, it
Yep.
is a website, it is a domain, something.com, right? But when they go on it, there is sales persuasion embedded in that for you to convince your ideal prospects. You don't do a funnel for everyone. You do a funnel for a specific audience, right?
Yes.
To solve a specific problem, to offer a specific solution, right? So even if you are a full service real estate service, you help people buy, sell, invest, and you recruit agents, you would have separate funnels for each thing, right? You would have a buyer funnel, you would have a seller funnel, you would have an investor funnel, you would have an agent attraction funnel, right? So
Okay.
what is a funnel? What is a sales funnel? An effective sales funnel helps you achieve a specific objective, a sales objective in your client sales journey, right? So you got to decide, okay, what do I want to do with the funnel? Do I want to generate leads? Do I want to convert leads? Do I want to acquire clients with the funnel? So for real estate, the best, I guess, funnels that are most effective and efficient out there are appointment booking funnels, right? So
Okay.
what you want to achieve for real estate, if you're using funnels for your real estate service, what you want to achieve at the end of your funnel is that your possible or ideal clients book an appointment with you, right?
Right.
And so what do you need? You need an irresistible offer for them to want to know more about it. You need a brand authority story, your story that is relevant to that ideal audience. Not just like, oh, I came here in 2006 and I was an immigrant,
Right.
and everything that you got going on, right? But pieces of your story that is relevant to your ideal audience. You need your basically value proposition or value stack, or we call it value stack. You
Yep.
basically stack all the values you would provide through your irresistible offer. You need a service guarantee. Like, why should someone work with you? You need testimonials, case studies, right? Those are elements of funnels.
Right.
When you have these things in the right sequence, right? When someone scrolls that funnel, they're having a compound effect of trust, likability, and knowability for them to want to book a call with you.
Absolutely. You're sort of subconsciously building your brand and your expertise. So
On
there's
that
just
person.
a natural transition
Yeah.
for the business. And what I love about funnels is they're working for you when you're not working.
Yeah, 24/7. Yep. So,
24/7. So if you
there's so
had,
many appointments we book middle of the night. Like, you would not think like, okay, someone's out there looking for a real estate coaching service, right?
right.
You'll see we get notifications. Oh, this person booked a call, right? And it's because we allow that window or that door to be open, and it just happens, right? You're selling your service 24 hours a day, without having to pitch your offer one-to-one. So this is going from one-to-one marketing to one-to-many marketing, so that marketing mindset, the base principle, has to shift for you to see the value in funnels, right?
Yeah.
That you have the capacity now to be able to bring unlimited amount of traffic to this funnel. You could do that with paid ads, right? Through
Yep.
Facebook, Instagram ads, through Google PPC, however you do it, right? YouTube
Yep.
ads. Now you can bring, if the funnel is converting, right? A good conversion for a funnel is 25% to book calls, right? So meaning, like, out of every 100 leads generate, you should hit 20 to 25 book calls, right? Out of every 1,000 people fall on the funnel at the front end, should convert to 10% lead, right? Those are
Perfect.
KPIs that shows you, okay, this is a good converting funnel. And once you have that, it's only a matter of scaling it by bringing in more traffic to it, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
So you've really pre-qualified. We're running out. I've got about 9 minutes left. I've got a lot of questions for you. Hey, people that are moving to Michigan, where are they moving from?
New York, we are seeing like I don't know, like a migrant, what do they call it? The
Migration?
huge, no, what do they call it? Like a ton of people coming in droves.
Okay.
Yeah, from New York, we are seeing a lot of people from East Coast, like East, we are Mid-East, right?
Right.
Coming to Michigan. Yep.
Okay. Who was instrumental? Who was a big major influence in your real estate career? And it doesn't have to be
So
real
many
estate.
people. Yeah, so many people. Tom Ferry organization helped me get started in my first year, right? John Chaplek is one person that helped me when I was at a higher level to start thinking team, right?
Okay.
Chris Waters, Bradley Pounds taught me how to launch profitable teams. Tony Robbins, I've been part of his community for 4 years.
Great.
Jeremy Miner really, really taught me. It's been 7 years that I've been part of his community. Jeremy Miner, he's a sales coach, sales trainer. He teaches NEPQ methodology, how to leverage question-based emotional persuasion, right?
Wow.
Um, yeah, this
Real
has been a
good.
lot of people. Yeah.
Last book you read or currently reading?
Magnetic Marketing. I actually read it already, but I'm reading it again. Magnetic Marketing by Dan Kennedy.
Okay.
Um, uh, and then the Never Split the Difference. I'm gonna start on that. I have it right here.
I'm writing
Never.
both of these down. I'm writing
Yeah,
both of these down. I love
Chris
it.
Voss. But magnetic marketing, I recommend to every real estate agent. I think the problem with the real estate sales industry is that we are not taught marketing skills. We are taught how to go out there, beg for business, and chase strangers, right? We're not taught how to attract people through marketing, rather constantly reach out to me if you need help. And, but if you're thinking about buying and selling and, investing in real estate, I'm your guy, right?
Right.
Your best compliment is the referral that you send, right? All this.
Absolutely. There we go. Yeah, exactly. So you weren't a big call for sale by owners expires, call neighbors have just listed, just sold.
Yeah,
I
don't call
mean,
me if you
door
need help with
knocking.
that stuff.
Yeah, door knocking, handing out refrigerator magnets and notepads. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think every new agent out there right now is told call for sale by owners, expired listings.
Hey, look, that stuff works because those are categories of people that are looking to do business now. They're low-hanging fruit, right?
Yeah.
For as long as you chase low-hanging fruit, we'll continue to chase. For
Yep.
as long as you have locked in a high-hanging fruit to do business with you, you're going to become a future-proof business,
I
right?
love it.
So
I
you
love
gotta
it.
go for attracting top of the funnel lead, build relationship with them. So when they come down the funnel, they will do business with you because 95% of buyers and sellers do business with the first agent they meet. Okay, that's the stat
That's a
across the.
great statistic.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
statistic. It sounds like a guy like you's too busy, but if you had to binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu,
Here's the secret, right? You want to become successful in real estate, stop watching TV.
amen.
Only time I watch TV is probably something that is gonna be beneficial, right? Like I need to know there is something that just happened right now, right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm on social media all the time, right?
Okay.
But I try to. So this is something we teach in our academy is that input equals to output, right? So what you put in is what you give out, right? So
Yep,
if you're not happy with the output, look at the inputs. What are you putting in, right? And
exactly.
and what are you consuming, right? So even if it is some type of media, look, think about like what is the return on investment on that, right?
Yeah,
Is there any beneficial return on that that will get you closer to your vision? If it's not, then it's no good.
I agree. I remember the term GIGO, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. So be very careful about what you put in your pipeline. Don't become attached to any one lead. The one
Yeah.
way to get over, call reluctance or pitch reluctance is just have a boatload of prospects in your pipeline. Your funnel obviously does that for you. Got a vacation destination you're looking at anytime soon?
So many. We want to go to Mexico. We're probably going to go to Mexico in March, but
Okay.
we're going to Florida for the eXp Con. We want to go to Turkey probably in November. Um, yeah, so many, man. Like
Yeah.
Malaysia is one place we want to be.
So
We
you've got a
might
sort
be.
of a bucket list of places you're interested in heading out to. Istanbul, I hear, is beautiful.
Yeah, I have never been, so I definitely want to experience that. I don't know. We have all this list of things that we want to do, so every quarter it's like a
Yep.
must we do it, right? So if it's like a quarter goes by and we haven't done it, like, hey, I guess Istanbul it is. We've been waiting on that.
Yep. Real good. Hey, we're going to wrap this up here. Hey, number one, I want to say thank you. We've met through social media. You just hopped on it. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Tell us how people share with us how we can get a hold of you. What's the best
Yeah.
way to get a hold
So
of you?
the best person to get a hold of me, let's talk about that, right? So if there are real estate agents just getting started in the business, or they probably may have been in business for a while, or team leader or broker looking to scale their business, not the traditional way, but leveraging technology systems and artificial intelligence now, to see what that looks like for them, you definitely can reach
Right.
out to me. The best way to reach out to me is on all platforms. You can just reach out, just look me up, Success Broker, Syed Mohsin, Boss Agents. You'll find me. We're out there.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
Hey, brother, I look forward to seeing your post on social media. We'll reconnect again. We'll
for
check
sure,
in
man.
on each other's progress. I want to say thanks again. Really appreciate. I know your time is so valuable. You're an
Thank
engineer
you. No,
background, so you've
appreciate
got
you.
everything segmented and locked in. Thanks for sharing an hour of your time with us.
Appreciate you.
All right, take care, brother.
Bye.